Belfast Homecoming, an evening of championship boxing, staged in Falls Park as part of Ireland's biggest community arts festival, Féil an Phobal. We are going to take a look at the packed card, top to bottom with Irish boxers, with only one exception, who is on this podium, but I know you're going to excuse us that one because he's fantastic and he's a countryman of mine, so please be nice to him. With us we have the man we're talking about on the far side, Mr. Lee Mcgregor. Please give him a big welcome. On this side next to me we have from Russia Sergei Gorokhov. Please welcome him to Belfast. Next to Russia, all the way from Mexico, Jose Felix Jr. Who have I missed out? Tyrone Mckenna.
Hello.
Singer extraordinaire, ladies and gentlemen. We have the hammer, Padraig McCrory. And we have the main man from Conlan boxing, Mr. Jamie Conlan. So, Jamie, 10 contests, the boxing board maximum during the pandemic. At this moment we have 1 debutant, we have 5 hot prospects, we have 3 title fights and the top of the bill. Tell us a bit about it.
Well, I believe that the headline act is one of the best fights ever in the island of Ireland, but I also believe the card is one of the best cards ever assembled in Ireland. Tyrone, the Irish Mexican McKenna, against the real Mexican Jose Felix Jr. A fantastic fight. It was thrown together pretty quickly after Tyrone pulled out. Tyrone is the kind of guy where you kind of have to stop him from accepting a fight more than push him. He'll fight anyone. Jose Felix sees this as a fantastic opportunity to come here to Ireland and to really upset the apple cart and give himself a big opportunity with the WBO and get a great ranking there. I believe it'll be a fair fight. I believe that every fight Tyrone McKenna is in is fantastic. Every fight Mexican in is usually fantastic. And recently in Europe, Mexicans have been coming over and really upsetting the apple cart. So this will be very tasty. I believe the fans will be in for a treat. I would say that Lee Mcgregor, I believe, is probably the best prospect in the UK. Fastest rising prospect in the UK. I don't think you can call him a prospect anymore because he's got 3 belts. But his drive, his determination, his ambition to succeed very quickly in his career is paying off tenfold. His last fight against Cream Murphy, I really believe, was going to be a tough night at the office for him, and he went out and blew him away in 1 round. He's improving every time now with Ben Davison. I think he's got a proper setup around him now before he didn't at the start of his career. And we're seeing the benefits of that. So Lee Mcgregor against Vincent Legrand, a 10-0 champion against a 35-0 challenger. It's unheard of. So I'm expecting fireworks for that, and Lee will be our co-main on the night. I would say that Padraig McCrory is a big Belfast favourite, a fan favourite in Belfast, known as Big Purple in certain circles, and the Hammer in other circles. So this is a fantastic opportunity for him to be fighting for a WBC international silver title against the reigning champion from Russia, Sergei Gorokhov. A very tough fight. I believe this fight could be the fight of the night. I really do. I think Paddy has reinvented and rejuvenated his career. He's as old as me nearly, but he doesn't look it. He's given himself a new lease of life. He's training proper. He's dedicating himself to the pro game, and it's starting to pay off. This opportunity for him can really boost himself career-wise, and I'm very excited and delighted that he's getting this chance, and I hope he grabs it with both hands. Sergei, on the other hand, is here to stop that. Russians don't go down easy. They're very tough, hard-headed, here to fight. It will be excitement from the opening bell. I don't think it goes the distance. I think it's going to be a rock'em sock'em robots kind of fight, and it's a fight that not to be missed. Yeah, I think that's what we're starting on here. The rest of the undercard We'll run through them. Callum Bradley rejuvenating or restarting his career after taking a year and a half out with the pandemic, just getting back up and running. Fergus Quinn and James McGivern, I believe, two fantastic prospects from the island of Ireland, moving very fastly. Again, they're in good fights coming through. Sean McComb, I think, has a real tough night at the office, fighting a former world title challenger who fought Adrian Broner in 2011. But it's a fantastic statement for Sean to take this fight after his first defeat. It shows the integrity he has, the ambition he has to come back to the big team. I still believe what I believed in 2019, 2018 when we signed Sean McComb, that he is one of the best prospects in Ireland, that he can really achieve big things, and this fight will show that the last fight was a blip and just a lapse in concentration. I'd say that debutant Cian Lewis making his first fight as a pro, big jump into the pro game. I think he has 2 European medalists as a teenager. So this is all in all the best fighters on the island are competing on Friday the 6th of August.
Jamie, you did that completely without notes. I am so impressed. You're absolutely, you're made for this promoting game. Ladies and gentlemen, please, round of applause there. And also at the beginning you were talking a lot about Mexicans, but don't forget, he was the original Mexican, the Mexican Jamie Conlan. I remember.
You took my mind.
That's a Mexican 2.0.
So Jamie, thanks for that. Let's chat to some of the guys, or all of the guys here on the podium. We'll go to the far end. The competition is 12 rounds of boxing for the European Bantamweight crown, and sitting there is the European Bantamweight champion. Perfect record, 10-0, 8 KOs. He's only 24 years old. He is not on the line on Friday night. He is still the IBF World Youth Champion. He is still young enough to be holding that belt, and nobody else has taken it. That was his first belt, only 4 contests in as a pro, the IBF World Youth Championship. He's also the British and Commonwealth champion, but he's defending on Friday night as the European champion, Lightning Lee Mcgregor. Lee, since your fight of the year with Cash Farouk in November 2019, you haven't had an awful lot of luck. Your fight with Gafferi just kept getting put off and put off and put off. Just how long in total were you in camp for that fight?
Too long. Turned out 6 months preparation for that fight. Ended up being I first went down to camp to prepare for that fight. The first date was November 2020, so I first went down to camp in September, and just 10 days before the fight I tested positive with the virus, so then we got a new date for January. British Boxing Board of Control cancelled all boxing. Another new date for February in Dubai, cancelled again, so 3 cancelled dates, and then I finally got my hands on that belt March this year, and I'm looking forward to defending it on Friday night.
So Gafferi was a Frenchman. He was 29-5, an exceptional record. He didn't last a round with you. Was that all sort of just pent up training, rage, and a lot of other things? I mean, you just walked through the guy.
No, it was, to be honest, like I've said before, the setbacks that I just explained there ended up being a blessing, because it gave me so much time to improve in the gym as a fighter, and getting to work with Ben for even longer, because we hadn't been together that long. Going back to the first date that should have took place, and I can confidently say that I wouldn't have done what I'd done to Kareem Durfee in November, what I'd done to him in March. So I'm grateful for the setbacks, and they ended up turning into blessings. So I'm happy that I got the job done, and I made a big statement. And listen, I'm ready to make another one on Friday night. I'm improving at a really fast pace, and really excited to see where I'm going to be and what opportunities are going to arise after this fight on Friday.
Let's just finally talk a little bit about him. Vincent Legrand, he's 2 times European flyweight champion, He's also got a very impressive record, 32-0, 17 KOs. What do you know about him, and what do you expect from him?
Yeah, I don't know too much about him, to be honest, but you don't become 32-0 with 17 knockouts if you don't know what you're doing. You must be a good fighter. Although I do think he hasn't been competing at the level that I have, and I will ask the questions that need answered from him on Friday. And I feel like when being down at flyweight and fighting, became European champion down at day weights, he's coming up against a big bantamweight this weekend, and I think he's going to feel that. And no matter what he brings, I'm ready for him. I'm confident that I'm going to get the job done in style.
Well, thank you, Lee. We look forward to seeing you on Friday night. A Scotsman, and so am I, but we are Celts, and hopefully on Friday night we'll be taken as honorary Irishmen by the Falls Road crowd. We look forward to seeing you at the weigh-in. We move on to the vacant WBO inter-contential super lightweight crown between the man just along from me, Jose Felix Jr, and Tyrone Mckenna, the mighty Celt. Turn first to Jose, and Jose has Paco in between the two of us translating. Jose, Los Mochis, Sinaloa, Mexico. Jose Felix Jr, Josecito is your nickname. 44 contests, 39 wins, 30 big wins by KO, only 4 defeats, 1 draw. Your first time boxing outside your country, first time in Europe and in Ireland. What do you know about your opponent, and how do you feel the fight will go?
Sí, bueno, buenos días a toda la gente, buenas tardes. Muy contento de estar acá en Belfast, primera vez. Sé que mi rival es un gran peleador, un peleador alto, zurdo, y que viene a robarse el show, dice él. Entonces vamos a hacer una gran pelea y van a ver, escuché comentarios de que van a pensar que él es el mexicano, y yo le comento a él que no es lo mismo ver al mexicano en la tele que en el ring. Vamos a ver el día viernes.
First of all, I want to thank everybody. Thank you, Jimmy Conlan, for having us. It's a pleasure for us being here for the first time in Belfast. Jose is ready for a fight. He thinks that his opponent is a great fighter, very tall. He has seen some tape about him, and he thinks that he's a very good fighter, but it's not the same. He thinks that they call him Mexican, but it's not the same being in a ring with a real Mexican. So come on Friday night. I hope that he stands and we can put a great show for all the fans.
Gracias, thank you Jose, and thank you to Paco. And ladies and gentlemen of the press, Paco will hopefully hang around for the one-to-ones for anyone who wants to ask more questions from Jose. We turn to the mighty Celt, Tyrone Mckenna. It takes a special kind of guy to be able to get away with wearing sunglasses indoors. This is that special guy, the former WBC International Super Lightweight Champion. 24 contests, 21 wins, 6 wins by KO. You've been starved of boxing for almost 12 months, Tyrone, and you've heard what this man says about fighting a real Mexican. What can the fans expect at Falls Park on Friday night?
I've said it numerous times, war. I have one thing in my mind, that's war. I'm going to the centre ring. He's saying he's a Mexican, he's looking for blood, he's looking for droppages, he said in an interview, and he's looking to test me and see if I'm real Mexican. Well, I can guarantee that he'll find out on Friday night.
Long or short, or do you not care?
What?
Long or short, or do you just not care?
I don't care. To be honest, see, for the fans, 8,000 fans haven't went to a boxing event in a year, 2 years actually. So I want to entertain them. I mean, Jamie, a month ago, came to me with a few people to pick from who wanted to fight, and I picked the hardest one for the fans. I mean, there was 13 wins and 3 losses, and I seen his record, 39 wins, 30 KOs, and I thought that's what the fans would want the most. So I picked him because I don't want easy fights. I don't want the bore the public. So I'm there for, if it goes 10 rounds, it goes 10 rounds of a bloodbath. But I can guarantee a war.
Move back to Jose, just so Paco can translate. Jose, Tyrone says that you are the toughest of all the boxers that were put in front of them. He expects a big fight, a good fight, but he does expect to win on Friday. What do you say?
Sí, siento que será una gran pelea en la que el público se va a llevar, va a estar asombrado por la cantidad de golpes que vamos a lanzar. Lo he visto en sus peleas, lo estudié y sé que tira bastante golpes, entonces va a ser una pelea de choque. La gente, como le digo, se va a ir contenta y espero después del triunfo seguir viniendo a Belfast a derrotar a los irlandeses por acá.
He said that he believes it's going to be a very good fight. He knows that he's ready and prepared mentally, physically, because he respects him a lot. He knows that he throws a lot of punches. But Friday night, he's going to find out that he's going to end up winning the title, and he's hoping to come back here to Belfast and get another opportunity to fight another guy from this area and probably do the same.
Tyrone, final word?
So again, war is happening Friday.
War is happening on Friday. Ladies and gentlemen, Jose Felix, Jose Zito and Tyrone Mckenna. We look forward to seeing both of them in the ring. Our final contest that we're going to talk about on the podium for the WBC International Silver Super Middleweight crown between the challenger, Belfast's Body, the Hammer, McCrory, and the champion who's holding the belt right next to me, the Russian, who is Sergei, who speaks very good English, I have to say.
Yet, he doesn't. Small.
Sergei, we're going to have to share microphone. Sergei's ring name is Ruski Bombadirovshik. How's that? How's that? Ruski Bombadirovshik.
Okay.
That's okay.
Hello. I have a translator only phone. Well, Russian bombardier on Serbia give me nick.
Okay, so that's your nickname. Dobry dzień, dobry pożelować in Belfast. Very warm welcome to Belfast. You won the title in April 21, so you have been active. You're not, like a lot of boxers have not boxed for over a year. You have been active. You normally box in Russia, Latvia, Belarus. You have never been to Ireland or the UK. The crowd here is big, it is loud, it is hostile. Will it affect you?
I first time in Belfast. This city is very nice. What your question last?
The question is, the crowd all come for your opponent. They all cheer him, they all boo you. Maybe not boo, they're nicer than that.
I don't understand, but I am ready to fight. I am ready, I am glad to see anybody. Very good people, very good atmosphere, fantastic city, fantastic air, very fantastic. I am glad to see you. Thank you very much for good welcome.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to call it quits there because this guy's English is far better than my Russian. I leave it with Spasibo I udachi.
Спасибо и удачи.
Okay.
Thank you.
Sergei Gorokhov, ladies and gentlemen. Right, so we turn to his opponent. Undefeated, 11 contests, 11 wins, 5 wins by KO. Reigning Boxing Union of Ireland Celtic Super Middleweight Champion. Fighting Pride of Belfast, the Hammer, Paddy McCrory. This is a big fight, Poddy. This is, on paper, this is a big step up. I hope you agree. You had an emphatic first round stoppage against Michaelison last September. But with the pandemic, the last time you got the rounds in was against Lewis Van Poch here in Belfast, February 2020. It's a long time ago. You ready for everything on Friday?
No, definitely. I was due to fight in March, and then, so I fought in February. We were due to fight again maybe late April. It was called off because of the boat situation. And then I got a closed doors slot against Mickey Allison. And probably looking back at it now, I wish it went a bit longer just to get the rounds in, but only lasted about 70 seconds. And then again, I was due to fight in March on Lee's card, and I picked up a freak injury. It was just strange. So I've always been training, and I'm keeping active. So I'm not worried about not fighting. I'm more than ready for this fight.
You are the challenger going in. This guy is the champion, but the crowd is well behind you. How much of an edge will the crowd give you? Yeah,
he's used to travelling. He's fought away his last fight. He fought a guy 27-0. So I don't think it's going to faze him much. But he hasn't fought in front of 8,000 Irish fans. And I think it's going to give me a massive edge. My last fight, I got the feel I was getting it tight. It was a hard fight, and the fans cheering, I think, was the extra bit that I needed to get a final round stoppage.
Well, we are so much looking forward to it. We'll see you once more before fight night. We'll see you at the weigh-in on Thursday. But for the meantime, Paddy McCrory, thank you very much indeed. Stick around for press questions. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that almost concludes the undercard press conference. The guys will stick around for 15 or 20 minutes or so for press questions. Could I just turn one more time to Jamie, who's going to close off and tell us a little bit about FITE TV, who are picking up the card.
Yes, so FITE TV have picked up the UK and Ireland broadcast as well as the worldwide broadcast. So $570 is the cost of the event. Buy it all you want. Don't do your digibox. But yeah, if you can't be there, $570 is all going to cost to watch the best fights and best card in Ireland.
It's less than the price of a pint at the hotel we're staying at, so it is well worth it. And as he says, please, don't do it on your digibox. Go on, get it on FITE TV, you'll be able to see the repeat. But thank you all for turning up for the press conference. The guys are available for one-on-ones, and we will see you on Thursday at the weigh-in. Thank you.